I don't know if I've as far as like looking at my career and finding like an aha moment, I don't know if I'm far enough into my career to really see it yet. I think there's glimpses. Like sometimes, I think when I first opened up here, I didn't connect to the restaurant as far as it being my restaurant. I just felt like I was an executive chef of another restaurant that I've opened and got going and done well with. And that was, a little bit of a concern for me just because I felt like I should have a stronger connection to it. I think that's something that I struggle with, going from being just the executive chef of a restaurant to being an owner. Like as an executive chef, you're expected to grind stuff out, you're expected to be able to work long hours, you're expected to just produce. And, going from that to an owner, as a chef, that's your job, is to control what's going on, make sure you're executing correctly, make sure everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. And the transition from being the chef to an owner, you got a lot of people around you that are looking for, comfort and recognition and feeling like they're doing their job really well. And I think opening up here, my brain was still stuck in chef mode, and I think that's why there wasn't a huge connection. It wasn't until we started to kind of hit, kind of a little bit of figuring out where our path was, getting some recognition to where you can kind of like take some of the stress down a little bit because people recognize that you're doing something good. And then it allows you to kind of see things a little bit better. It allows you to kind of take some time away. I think that's a big one, is taking some time away from the restaurant and then being able to appreciate it. As far as like aha moments, I think that an aha moment so far for me is just being able to enjoy it, a little bit. Just being able to take like a step back and coming in and dine in my own restaurant, because it is pretty amazing to kind of come in, not only eat, but to see the service. The service is, to me, it's pretty ridiculous. I think that we do a really good job at making sure that our guests are comfortable and they're getting everything that they need, that they understand what we're doing. And almost every time I come in, it's pretty rare, but I think every time that I've come in, I've kind of left going, yeah, we're doing something pretty good. And I think that's a good enough moment for me right now, But there's always the battle in my head being like, yeah, I'm happy with that, but there's still the push of like, what could we do better? How could we be better than ourselves? You know what I mean? It's not really connecting to like what everybody else is doing or anybody else around us, but like looking at ourselves and finding out what we can be better at. And I think every time that I find one of those things and then I see that we're doing better at it, that's like another moment of like, but I don't know if those moments will ever end, because I don't want to be satisfied. I always want to feel challenged. And I think that's one of the things that we're really trying to do in this restaurant, is always find where we can be challenged at. So I haven't reached a real aha moment yet, but I want to at some point.